Hello.
And welcome back to a Gem in Orlando podcast. Make sure you're following us on all our socials, including our YouTube channel. We are now officially awaiting review for the channel to be monetized, which means you can join our membership where you'll get all our bonus videos, like our Great Yarmouth videos and our Fox's Farm Produce video collab that I did with Rainbow Serena. Don't forget, if you want to check out their channel as well, it's Rainbow Serena on YouTube, and they've already got the collab that we did up as well, so from their perspective, so that was quite fun, wasn't it?
It was.
Yeah, it was fun. So also make sure wherever you listen to your podcast, give us a review. Really helps us to make our mark on the listening platform. So if you're listening to us in a car, obviously don't do it while you're driving, but when you get home, give us a review. That's all the admin out the way.
Yeah.
And now we've got the news for this week.
Okay.
So Disney have sort of half confirmed that the new land that's replacing Dino Land in Animal Kingdom is going to be called the Tropical Americas.
Oh, okay.
And that's going to be themed, of course, around
Encanto.
Yeah. And Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
Because I also found out today, thank you DFB Guide, by the way, go follow them on YouTube, they're great. I also found out from DFB Guide today that the Indiana Jones ride in Disneyland, California, is the same ride system as Dinosaur. So I think all they need to do with that is just retheme it to Indiana Jones.
Oh, okay.
So that would be quite good.
Yeah.
So yeah, hopefully, there's obviously no date for that because it is blue sky in inverted commas. Also, Usher from Wish, the new film Wish that's coming out at the end of November. We've heard some of the music from it. Savannah really loves it, so I think this is going to be her Frozen. Like when all the kids were into Frozen, this is going to be her film. She's doing Epcot meet and greets, so she'll be there when we go. So that'd be really good if Savannah's into Wish by then.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's all the Disney news for this week. Universal, Epic Universe, the Wizarding World. I've been waiting for this because I was wondering what it was going to be themed around, and it's going to be themed around the Ministry of Magic.
Ooh.
So I'm interested to see what kind of ride they're going to come up with. Maybe with the elevators, because the elevators all go in weird different directions.
Yeah.
So they could do that. There were so many rumours it was going to be themed around Fantastic Beasts, but obviously because that ridiculously flopped, and they've now cancelled it, which I'm gutted about really, because I really enjoyed the Secrets of Dumbledore. You really enjoyed it too, didn't you?
I thought it was part of the film.
But yeah, that's confirmed to be based around the Ministry of Magic, so we're really looking forward to that. Obviously Epic Universe is not opening until the first half of 2025, so it won't be open when we go next, but in a few years time when we go again, we will definitely be able to sample Epic Universe. Busch Gardens. So you know how I said last week that SeaWorld has got a new coaster coming, the Penguin Trek. So is Busch Gardens.
Okay.
I was really shocked at how all the SeaWorld parks are really getting into the coaster thing. It's called Phoenix Rising. It's going to be opening in spring 2024. So if you are a Chessington fan, Chessington World of Adventures, that's in Surrey, in the UK, you think the Vampire coaster, because it's a family coaster, but better, because obviously America do it so much better than we
and bigger.
Bigger and better than we do. So yeah, that's the news for this week. Lots of exciting stuff coming out.
It is,
we'll probably have a lot of Christmassy stuff coming up as well. Jollywood Nights is starting in Hollywood Studios very soon, so that will be a good thing to cover. Anyway, so this week we are doing Matthew Epcot. Yeah, we enjoyed Epcot.
I did, yeah. We went the second day, did we?
It was literally the first day. Yeah, it was the first day. So if you haven't seen our YouTube video on Epcot, we go and check that out, because there's some really fun bits and pieces in that video as well, with some really good tips as well. So I'm going to go over with the top part tips. As always, Matt, you chime in if you've got anything,
we'll do,
anything of value. So this park is heavily focused on exploration, innovation and interactive experiences. There's a lot to see and do, so just make sure you plan ahead so you don't miss anything. Although having said that, this park does usually stay open until about 11 o'clock. It usually opens a bit later, but it stays open later, so you can still have breaks in between and stuff. If you are attending when a festival is on, so we went when it was Festival of the Arts.
Yes, we did.
Which was lovely, because there was great artwork. There was great Star Wars. Do you remember that Star Wars artwork? It was really cool. Little stalls.
Stalls all around, obviously, when you go around the world.
Yeah.
Stalls are different.
Really good. Really good. So just make sure you take that all in as well. the World Showcase, everything it's got to offer during a festival is incredible. So our recommended tip is to definitely check that out and take your time around there. The best view to watch the fireworks. Now the fireworks is currently what's it called? Epcot Forever at the moment. But it is, as of the 5th of December, it is going to become Luminous, which is the story of us. So I think that's all like, it's a bit like Harmonious, but without those ridiculously ugly barges in the middle of the lake. So the best view to watch the fireworks is the World Showcase Plaza. But bear in mind, this is going to get busy very, very, very early on. So maybe 2 hours before. So just consider a different view. Consider going to the stretch between Japan and USA pavilions. Because that's you do get a really good view there. Just might be mindful of any trees that might block your view, because there's quite a few trees around that area. So if it rains, this is one for Mr. Webb, as he is a plumber by trade, podcast extraordinaire by night. If it rains, it is inevitable. It's going to rain. Head to Spaceship Earth, because if you stand underneath it, you will not get wet. It has got the most biggest drainage system ever, so you will not get wet if you stand under Spaceship Earth. And finally, there are 2 restaurants in Epcot with dress codes. So if you want to eat at Takumi Thai, which is the new sushi restaurant in the Japan Pavilion, or Monsieur Paul in the France Pavilion, just make sure they do have business casual dress codes. So if you're in your shorts and t-shirts, you're probably not going to be let in, even if you've got an advanced dining reservation. So just be aware of the dress codes on that. Anything to add?
No.
Okay.
All good.
Let's get going. We've got a lot to get through. There's a lot of pages on Epcot in my planner. Oh, by the way, if you haven't heard, the planner is now available on our website as a digital version for just £10. You get 180 pages worth of things.
That's a lot of pages.
It's a lot of pages, and I've actually got a prototype at the moment. I'm currently holding in my hand, and I'm very proud of it. Is the physical version of the planner. So we will be rolling that out very soon if people are interested in getting one. So I ordered one for myself, because obviously we're going again next year, so it's really, really handy, and it's really, really idiot proof as well, because I'm an idiot, so I made it idiot proof. Okay, let's go with the rides and attractions. So let's just reel them off. Advanced Training Lab, which is a high-tech play area for all ages, that's inside Mission Space, and I didn't see this.
I didn't see it either, no.
I didn't see it either, but it is in there apparently.
Okay.
So it's like a high-tech thing. They could do like build the spaceships and things like that. Bruce's Shark World, that's an interactive walkthrough.
Did we do that?
With the sharks. We went under the tunnel with the sharks.
Oh, we? Yes, we did, yeah.
So that's that. That's really good fun. That's inside the Seas Pavilion, especially if you've got littlies. Disney and Pixar Short Film Festival. There's no height requirement for that, but obviously it's just a little show, so if you want some aircon, definitely do that. We didn't do that. The next one, Frozen Ever After, the ride. That was fabulous, but there's no height requirement for that. But I will warn you, if you've got little ones, we weren't prepared for this.
No, it's quite a big drop.
It's quite a steep drop on that ride, and one drop is backwards.
Yeah.
I mean, backwards wasn't so bad. It was the forwards. We had to literally hold on Savannah for dear life. She didn't care. She was loving it, wasn't she?
She loved it,
She was absolutely loving it. But yeah, just if you've got littlies, just beware of that drop. If you don't feel comfortable taking your little one on there, just don't. But there's no height requirement, so that's one for everyone. And it's lovely as well, because you've got Olaf and everyone's singing, and it's great. Grand Fiesta Tour starring the Three Caballeros. That's a Donald Duck thing.
Is that like a...
It's like a little boat ride.
Yeah,
we didn't do that one, but that's in the Mexico Pavilion. But we will probably do that one next time, just to give her a little bit of stuff. Okay, next one.
Big one.
Whoa, we're going to talk about this till probably the cows come home. Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind. Height requirement on that is 42 inches and 107 centimetres. Now, I measured Savannah. We went down Clacton Pier earlier for the fireworks. And I measured Savannah, and she is like very nearly 0.8. And she's 18 months. So hopefully... she won't be tall enough for that.
No, God, no.
But I imagine she might be tall enough for a few others, but we'll see. Anyway, the virtual queue is still running as of 2023, so just bear that in mind when you go, that you will have to get up early in the morning at 7 o'clock, get your boarding group. If you can't get a boarding group at that time, you have to do it. The only other time you can get a boarding group is at 1 o'clock, and you have to be in the park to get that boarding group, so just bear that in mind as well. Journey into Imagination with Figment, that's like a little fun ride, like a little slow omni-mover thing.
Did we go on that, did we?
We didn't, no.
Okay.
There's no height requirement for that. The next one I want to talk about, because I'm really looking forward to this.
Oh, the new one.
Yeah, Journey of Water, inspired by Moana. Now, Savannah loves Moana.
Yeah.
And it's a walk through water attraction. So they have different sections, and then you can sort of like play music with the water, or you can make the water fly up in the air. It's really, really cool.
Okay, yeah.
Really looking forward to that. So there's no height requirement for that. They do also have a wet lane and a dry lane. So if you really don't want to get wet, but you still want to experience it, they do have a dry lane where you don't get wet. So make sure you check out the signage for that. Living with the Land. Now, we did this one, didn't we? The one with the boat, and you could see all the vegetables being grown and everything. We got stuck on it for about 20 minutes, didn't we? We got stuck on it for about 20 minutes. Bear in mind, that ride goes down a lot. And the no height requirement for that, we enjoyed that.
Yeah, we did.
Now, you Mission Space. You were not a fan, were you?
No.
Height requirement, that was 40 inches or 102 centimetres. You do have green, which is the less intense version. We went on the orange, which is the more intense version.
Did not like it at all.
Did not like it. How did it feel? What did it feel like?
Oh, do you want me to say it?
Yeah, because it was so funny.
It feels like you're laying down and Bigfoot's standing on your chest. That's what it felt like. If you don't like those kind of rides, don't go on it.
No, and also don't eat before. Well, or if you really want to experience it, do the green. Yeah. Because you won't get that. Yeah. You won't get the feeling of, as Matt so vividly describes it, Bigfoot standing on your chest. We'll probably do the green. I like the orange, but we'll see how Sophie, Adam and Edward want to play it.
I'm not going on it.
You're sitting that one out, are you? Next one. Oh, so much fun. Remi's Ratatouille Adventure. Ratatouille.
Yes.
Now we didn't realise there was no height requirement for this. The mouse one where you're in the kitchen.
You're in the
little mouse.
Yeah.
And it was. But bear in mind, it's no height requirement, but it's got a lot of twists and turns. So just bear that in mind. It's very similar to Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway and Rise of the Resistance. Although Rise of the Resistance is slightly more intense.
And Spider-Man as well. Somewhat similar to that.
In Islands of Adventure?
Yeah.
No, because it's trackless.
Yeah, it's more like Mickey.
It's very similar to Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway.
I like that kind of rides.
Yeah, it was so good. It was really, really good. Very immersive. Yeah. We love them. Sea Base, which is all your big, massive aquarium. Of course, there's no height requirement for that. We spent quite a bit of time in there.
We did, yeah.
She loved she loves fishes anyway, doesn't she? We always go to Sea Life Centre or something like that.
There's a place you can get eaten as well, isn't there, I think?
Yes, there is. I will go on to that in dining options. Good job. The Sea with Nemo and Friends, we went on this. We did. It was the little shells, and we got stopped for a couple of minutes. And then as I got off
the submarine thing, was it?
Yeah. She enjoyed it, although as soon as I got off the ride, she puked.
You went down into the submarine, didn't you?
Yeah. So that's that. No height requirement. Really good for the littlies, that one. Soaring. So depending on when you go, there's two different types. So if you go in most of the year round, it's around the world. But if you go during Halloween, I believe between Halloween and Christmas, it's over California, which is the original one. The height requirement on that is 40 inches or 100. I was a bit disappointed that, wasn't I? You was like, you come off it and you was like, there's no danger.
No, it's quite.
Because you were comparing it to Flight of the Skyline in Legoland.
Yeah.
Oh. If you've ever been to Legoland Windsor, Flight of the Skyline is something special.
But then again, the better one is obviously the Animal Kingdom one, Avatar.
Flight of Passage. That's amazing.
That's the best I've been on.
It's far
it's
better.
A little bit different, but it's still like the same.
But even if she's 102 centimetres, if she's just over a metre, she can go on that.
Yeah.
That'd be really good fun for her. I think she'd really like that. Okay, that's that one. Spaceship Earth, we did do this one. Bit boring. But if you want something to do
in the golf ball.
In the golf ball, yeah. No height requirement on that. Test Track.
Oh dear.
Well, I enjoyed Test Track. I enjoyed the way they've changed it, so you can design your own car.
That's because you beat me.
No, it's not. Should have designed a better car then, shouldn't you?
Stuck the knife for 10 minutes.
Yes. Mum and Matt got stuck for about 10 minutes, and right on the incline. As it went round, so Mum was very upset about that. Mum was really, really upset about that one. But yeah, Test Track, great if it doesn't break down. And
it's
if you
good,
win.
yeah. I think we got on again, didn't we?
Yeah, you did. You did. You got
yeah,
a fast pass.
yeah.
Not a fast pass, a Genie Plus for
Yeah,
that, didn't
yeah.
you? So that was height requirement, and that's 40 inches or 102 centimetres. And then finally we have Turtle Talk with Crush. Now, if you see in our YouTube video, you will see that I filmed a lot of this because it's so fun.
Owen
It was
Wilson,
such a
isn't
fun. It's not Owen Wilson.
Sounds like Owen Wilson.
What? Chill out, dude.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
You think he sounds like a surfer dude?
Owen Wilson, sometimes he does. He's been in a films like that. He talks like
Do you know what? We've mentioned Owen Wilson in the last episode as well.
Did we?
Yeah, because of Lightning McQueen. Because he was Lightning McQueen, isn't he?
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, no, it's definitely not
I know
Owen Wilson.
it's not Owen Wilson, but it sounds like Owen Wilson.
Wow.
Sounds like him.
Okay, so that's all the rides and attractions. What was your favourite out of all of those? And I think I know what you're going to say.
The obvious choice would be Cosmic Rewind, obviously.
Oh, so good.
But I'm not going to lie to you. I really like Ratatouille ride.
Remy's Ratatouille Adventure. Yeah, we'll definitely be doing that again.
But also, I did like that Frozen Ever After because
fun.
I didn't expect that big drop.
Yeah.
And it's the whole point of things like that, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a little thrill,
Yeah,
you know?
you don't know about it. But
Yeah. I particularly enjoyed The Sea with Nemo and Friends for her.
Yeah.
Because that was great for you. That's great for your littlies, that one. But yeah, Cosmic Rewind is the...
Yeah, that's probably the best ride there.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, for us it was.
Right, let's go on to... Here we go. This is going to be a big list. So we've got World Showcase shows, galleries, and live performances.
Okay.
So this is all going to vary. Times and performances are going to vary. So I'm not even going to read what I've got in my planner. I'm just going to list them off. I'm not going to read the times out because they are subject to change. So just make sure when you go on the day you visit, check the My Disney Experience app for accurate timings, or if there's even these certain performers are even going to be performing, because they don't always perform. So the American Adventure show in the USA Pavilion, times are varied throughout. There's a little show in there. The American Heritage Gallery, that's obviously an art gallery. Awesome Planet, that's at the World Nature Pavilion. So that's in where you got Garden Grill restaurant. You got Soaring. You got Living with the Land.
Yeah.
In that pavilion. Beauty and the Beast sing along. Now, Mum wanted to do this one, but we couldn't get in at the right time. Beauty and the Beast sing along at France Pavilion, of course, because it's set in France. Now, I'm going to have real trouble pronouncing this one. It's an art gallery in Japan, in the Japan Pavilion. I do apologise.
Bijutsu Khan.
Bijutsu Khan Gallery. Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah? Close enough?
Yeah, go with it.
And that's in the Japan Pavilion. Canada Far and Wide in Circle Vision 3D. We didn't go in the Canada Pavilion. All I did was take a picture of the big castle and sent it to my brother, because my brother actually lives in Canada, although he lives nowhere near where that place is supposed to be. I'm actually not even sure where he's moved to now. He's moved recently. But yeah, no, that's all I did in Canada. We sort of walked past Canada, didn't we? But maybe we'll sample that. Times vary again. Command performance. Now, Command are a Britpop band. So that's definitely a bit of you, I think, if they're performing in the UK Pavilion. Well, no, you won't have heard of them because they're for Disney. They're the performers for Disney.
Okay, all right.
So they do like all Britpop, like Oasis, Blur.
Oh, the covers.
Yeah, covers.
Oh.
Yeah, all that kind of
band.
stuff. Maybe a little bit of Beatles thrown in there as well. So obviously, that kind of stuff. We are known for our music, aren't we, in the UK? Performances vary. They're not always going to be on. So just check the app as well. Gallery of Arts and History, that's in the Morocco Pavilion. House of the Whispering Widows Gallery in the China Pavilion. Imageworks, the What If Labs, and I think that's quite interactive. And that's in the Imageworks Pavilion, sorry. Impression de France. So that's a little show on the ceiling.
Yeah, okay.
In the France Pavilion. And now I saw these as I was walking towards the front of the park. For a cheeky cigarette, because you're not allowed to smoke in the parks anymore. Just a FYI. And these are the Jammers, so they were the drum players, and they were fabulous. Now you can see a clip of the Jammers on the YouTube video that we've got up. You can see that, and that's near Mission Space. Times vary on that one. They're usually on the hour. On the 1/4 the hour. Matsuriza. Now these are female Japanese drummers.
Okay.
They haven't been around for a little while, but they are starting to come back now. So again, see the app. Yeah, Mexico Folk Art Gallery. I would like to see. I know it sounds boring, but I really wouldn't mind having a look at some of these art galleries.
Yeah, okay.
So I imagine there's some really interesting pieces.
You've got time.
I know it sounds really boring, but you never know. Music of Mexico, obviously, is a Mexican band in the Mexico Pavilion. Project Tomorrow, that's a Spaceship Earth. That's like an interactive experience and a little show. Reflections of China, that's another one that's on the ceiling in that big China. Did you see it?
Oh, yeah. I haven't seen that, yeah.
Yeah. And then you've got the Rosen Crown Pub musician, which I imagine is probably not going to be from British. It's probably going to be Irish.
Yeah, right.
Because I think a lot of Americans think that we're all merged into one, aren't we? But Ireland is actually its own separate country. Yeah. Big up the Irish. Sergio, now he's an Italian juggler.
Oh, okay.
That juggles in the Italy Pavilion. Stave Church Gallery in the Norway Pavilion, and I really want to see these because I've heard these next ones are very, 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 very good. The Voices of Liberty in the USA Pavilion, but they weren't there that day.
Oh, okay.
Because they normally do a lot of the festival, the Eat to the Beat things and the special ones that you have to buy tickets for. They normally do that. So yeah, that's all the World Showcase shows, galleries and live performances. So character meet and greets, again, I'm not going to go through times because they will be subject to change. So I'm just going to tell you who you possibly might be able to meet on your day at Epcot. So we've got Alice from Alice in Wonderland in the UK.
Yeah.
Got Anna and Elsa, which I think we will be partaking in. We did walk past the line, didn't we? And it was quite long. Do you remember before we went on Frozen Ever After?
It's Norway Pavilion, isn't it?
Yeah. You can meet Belle in France. You can meet Donald Duck in his Mexican attire for the Three Caballeros.
Oh, I've seen. Doesn't he wear a hat? Does he?
Yes, all the Mexican stuff. Sometimes you can also meet the Three Caballeros. So I can't remember the other two's names. You can meet favourite Disney pals, so your Pixar pals, like, stuff from Inside Out, Incredibles, all that kind of stuff. In the Disney and Pixar Short Film Festival, you can meet Figment, the big purple dinosaur, big purple Stegosaurus, the figment of your imagination.
Yeah, I remember that.
You can meet Joy from Inside Out.
Yeah.
I've not seen Inside Out, but
not that.
No. That's Inside Image Works as well. You can meet Mulan in the China Pavilion. You can meet Pluto.
Oh, okay.
I love Pluto. I love me a bit of Pluto. You can meet Princess Aurora from Sleeping Beauty in the France Pavilion. You can meet Princess Jasmine in the Morocco Pavilion as well. And also, I'm going to add on, you can meet Usher from Wish, but I'm not sure whereabouts in Epcot she is. So I will endeavour to find out, and I will put it in the description where Usher from Wish is meeting people. So yeah, obviously the fireworks show is changing, as I've just said. I'm not going to go over that again. Now, yearly Epcot festivals. These dates are subject to change, but this is the rough months in which they happen. Festival of the Arts, we sampled that. It was great. It was really good fun. That was January to February. Then March to July, you've got the Flower and Garden Festival, which they have all the topiaries. And they had Encanto topiaries.
Yeah, I remember seeing that, yeah.
And that's from March to July. Food and Wine Festival, that's when we're going to go next, and that's July to November.
Yeah. So
there'll be a lot of nice food and hopefully some spring rolls. I really wanted to try those cheeseburger spring rolls, but they didn't have them when we went, did they?
No.
So I'm hoping they'll have like a really fancy weird spring roll that we can try. And then of course you've got Festival of the Holidays, which is November to December, which is all very Christmassy. Right. That's that done. Dining. There's a lot. Yeah. There's another page, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, now I'm going to struggle to pronounce this. So the Akushush Royal Banquet Hall, that's character dining, so that's your princesses. So obviously you have to make an advance reservation for that. And obviously with all character dining in Disney, it can be quite pricey. So just bear in mind if you want to do... But it probably will be cheaper than Cinderella's Royal Table in Magic Kingdom. So if you want to save a little bit of money, you're probably worth doing the character dining over here. You probably see Anna and Elsa as well, which you can't see in Royal Table. Biergarten Restaurant, that's Germany Pavilion, that's a buffet. A lot of bratwurst there. I have a bit of sausage. Can't believe I just said that. Moving on. Block and Hans in the USA Pavilion, that's a bar and lounge. You could just head in there for a quick drink. Chefs de France, that's a French table service restaurant. I imagine they've got escargot there, and I would highly recommend the escargot. It's very good. Chose de Margarita, It's a margarita bar and lounge in
Mexico.
Mexico. You've got the Connections Cafe and the Connections Eatery. They're both quick service, and I think they both pretty much serve the same thing. And that's in World Celebration. Coral Reef Restaurant. This is the one you mentioned that was in the sea base.
Oh, yes.
The seafood one. Now, we didn't go to any seafood restaurants, so we quite like seafood, don't we? We didn't go to any seafood restaurants because my mum is unfortunately allergic to fish. But, never know. Maybe we might get to try some good seafood while we're out there next time. Oh, God. I'm just going to try and pronounce this one. This is, right, before I go on and try and pronounce this horribly, this is the quick service version of the crepe restaurant in the France Pavilion. So, it's crepes à emporter par le crêperie de Paris.
Yeah, that's not bad.
I do apologise to all our French listeners. I probably had loads of anyway. That's the quick service crepes. You can get some really weird crepes in that one. You've got the Fife and Drum Tavern, which is in the USA Pavilion. Funnel Cake, which is funnel cake. I've never had funnel cake, have you? I don't even know what it is. USA thing. USA. Garden Grill Restaurant, that's your character dining. Now, that is quite reasonably priced for a character dine, especially the breakfast, and apparently the breakfast is very, very good there, and it's unlimited as all you care to enjoy. And that's got Chip and Dale there. Always has Chip and Dale, always, in the Garden Grill Restaurant. That sounds like some fireworks. So you've got the Gelateria Toscana. That's ice cream and gelato in the Italy Pavilion. Joy of Tea, which is obviously tea, is the China Pavilion. Kabuki Cafe, which I think they do bubble tea there, which are absolutely disgusting. I hate bubble tea. But if you like bubble tea, go to the Japan Pavilion. So we've got the Katsura Grill, which is Japanese, and that's quick service at the Japan Pavilion. Kringler Bakery, and I've heard this is really good in Norway Pavilion. I've heard it's very, very good, but it gets very busy. So I don't think I'd want to wait in line for it. Yeah. So if you don't fancy waiting in line for it, don't bother. There are other bakeries which will probably do mainly the same things. Okay, here we go. There's a lot of Spanish and French in here, and I do apologise to all our French and Spanish listeners.
Isn't that Spanish?
Mexican is Spanish.
Oh, sorry. It's Spain. I thought it's no pavilion in Spain,
is there? It's not a Spain pavilion, but it's Mexico. Yeah. La Cantina de San Angel. That's the quick service restaurant in the Mexico Pavilion. La Cava del Tequila bar. They do all tequila cocktails and stuff, and I absolutely can't stand tequila, so it's not for me. But if you love tequila, definitely have a go on that one. I've seen the lovely, lovely cocktails. They look very nice, but I just don't like tequila. La Crêperie de Paris, which is the table service restaurant version of the quick service, and they do savoury crepes and sweet crepes as well. So that's table service as well, so make sure you get a reservation. We did have a reservation.
We got a drink. We got a quick service. Got a drink in it, didn't we?
On the quick service we did, but we did have a reservation for the table service, and when we decided against it.
Oh, okay.
In the end, because I think we ended up bringing our own food anyway, and we weren't very hungry at the time, and we were supposed to be going.
When we're going there to buy some drinks.
Yeah. And then you've got the table service restaurant in Mexico, which is La Hacienda de San Angel. So obviously it's your Mexican food. If you like spicy food, definitely for you. Now, the land cart. Got to have a healthy snack place in every Disney park. And that's in World Nature. Now, we had an ice cream from here. This next one, L'Artisan des Glaces in the France Pavilion. Do you remember the ice cream we bought?
I don't remember that.
You don't remember the ice cream we bought after we went in the coffee shop?
I don't remember that.
Oh, it's really good. Very good ice cream. Savannah did.
Did I? I can't remember.
I think we all did.
I can't remember.
Okay. Well, I found it delicious, so definitely worth one. La Cellier Steakhouse. That's a table service in the Canada Pavilion. Apparently their steaks are very good in there.
Okay.
But again, that's one that's not too easy to get a reservation for. So, yeah. Moving swiftly on. So we actually went here and we had a cake and a coffee or a tea here. The tea was actually quite good, so if you're from the UK and you like your tea, definitely get a tea from here. Les Halles Boulangerie Patisserie. Did I do all right?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
And that's a bakery, it's quick service, obviously. And then you've got Le Vents de Chefs de France. That's a bar and lounge, but it does deal with only wine. So if you're a wine fan, great. We're not wine fans, so we won't partake. The Lotus Blossom Cafe, which is the Chinese quick service kiosk, which is where they do the cheeseburger spring rolls.
Oh, okay.
That we couldn't get because they're not always available. Just bear in mind. Don't let that ruin your day, though. In China Pavilion, Oasis Sweets and Sips. Now, I believe that has been... No, it hasn't, actually. It's not that one. That's a bakery in the Morocco Pavilion.
You missed the Nine Dragons restaurant.
Oh, I did. So I do apologise. Oh, no, and the Monsieur Paul. So I do apologise. I'm reeling off here. It's a long list. Monsieur Paul, which is French, is a table service restaurant. Nine Dragons restaurant, which is a table service Chinese restaurant. The Oasis Sweets and Sips, which is a bakery in the Morocco. Popcorn in Canada. So does what it says on the tin. Popcorn in Canada. Refreshment Outpost. Now, the Refreshment Outpost has been changed into Medicare base thing. So if you're under Medicare in the US, as only US citizens can visit this now, you can get like free ice water, and not that you can't get free ice water anywhere else, but you can get a few free drinks and things like that in there. And then you've got Refreshment Port, which is a quick service, which is your drinks between Canada and the World Showcase entrance. You've got Refreshment Station, which is drinks in World Celebration. Regal Eagle Smokehouse. Now, there's meant to be very good barbecue ribs here. And that's a quick service in the USA. Restaurant Marrakesh. That's Moroccan, and that's table service in the Morocco Pavilion. Rosen Crown Dining Room. British.
Not going there.
No, because we come to America to get away from all our rubbish food. Now, actually, our food's not too bad, to be fair, but America's better. And that's the UK Pavilion. And you've got the Rosen Crown Pub, so you can enjoy a pint of Guinness. You do like a Guinness, don't you, babe?
Yeah, I do. But
you haven't had Guinness for ages, actually, have you?
I had one Monday.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. That's the first time in like forever, isn't it?
First time in quite a while, yeah.
Yeah, you haven't had Guinness. I remember our first date that's all you were drinking.
Yeah.
It's mad. Now I've got him into rum. So yeah, we might go in the Rosen Crown Pub, but then it's probably just going to be like every other pub in England. So
yeah, plus I can't drink there, can I? So I'll be driving.
Yeah, you'll be driving. Well, I might be able to drive. You never know. If the car's automatic, I can drive it. Okay, you've got another table service restaurant in the Mexico Pavilion. And that's the San Angel Inn Restaurante. And then you've got... oh, God. Here we go. I do apologise to our Japanese listeners. Shikisai Sushi Izakaya. That's a table service restaurant in the Japan Pavilion. Then you've got Sommerfest, which is German. So your bratwurst, quick service, Germany Pavilion. Now, I really tried to get a reservation for this next one, and I couldn't. And although I didn't let it spoil my day, I was severely disappointed, weren't I, babe, that we couldn't go in there. But the Space 220 restaurant, and you've got the Space 220 lounge, but be aware, it's easier to get in the lounge than it is the restaurant, but the bar and the lounge don't allow any under 18s. So if you have children with you, you're going to have to try and get a reservation for the restaurant, which I'm really going to try and do. Wonder what that was. That's probably one of the cats. So yeah, I'm really going to try and get a reservation for that so I can do a review for you while we're there. Spice Road Table, which is Moroccan. That's table service in the Morocco Pavilion. Sunshine Seasons, that's American. Quick service in World Nature. Takumi Thai, that's the one with the dress code. And that's the new one in the Japan Pavilion. Tanigerini Cafe, which is a Moroccan drinks kiosk in the Morocco Pavilion. Oh, wow, 3 pages. Teppen Edo, which is which is a table service Japanese restaurant that's been there for ages.
Yeah.
That's in the Japan Pavilion. Tutto Gusto Wine Cellar. Again, a wine cellar. If you're into wine, definitely go there.
In Italy.
Yep, in the Italy Pavilion. Tutto Italia Ristorante. That's a table service in the Italy. Then you've got the UK beer cart. So if you fancy a UK beer, babe, in the middle of America, then go.
Sorry, it's the name, UK beer cart. It's exactly it says on the tin, doesn't it? Beer cart.
Well, we do exactly what we say on the tin, us
we
Brits.
do, to be fair.
Via Napoli Ristorante e Pizzeria. So that's a pizza restaurant in Italy, obviously, table service.
Yeah.
And then the Yorkshire County... Wait, I'm going to pronounce it how the Americans pronounce it because it's so funny how they pronounce it.
Can I?
Yorkshire.
Yorkshire.
It's Yorkshire, people. It's Yorkshire. Yorkshire County Fish Shop. So obviously it's fish and chips.
Yeah.
But since we've lived on the coast, we live, breathe and eat fish and chips. No, we don't eat it all the time, but we do sample it quite a bit.
Yeah, we do. Yeah.
So that's all your dining options. Again, lots of different options, but if there's a specific one that you want to do and it's a table service restaurant, ensure you are on the My Disney Experience app 60 days beforehand. So now we're going to go into the shopping which is even longer. No, it's not. It's fine. It's not as long. Okay, so you've got the Art of Disney in the USA Pavilion. So that's loads of Disney art. I would like to go and look in there, actually.
Okay.
It'd be very expensive and I'd never be able to afford anything. But, Club Cool. I didn't get to go to Club Cool last time. And I really want to go to Club Cool because I am the biggest Coca-Cola fan you will ever meet, aren't I, babe?
Yeah.
Biggest Coca-Cola fan. I've had to really curb my addiction to Coca-Cola. But it's Coca-Cola merch. And you can try all loads of different flavours of Coca-Cola. Okay. So I definitely really want to do that next time. The Creation Shop, which is the flagship Epcot merch store. So all your Epcot merch there. You've got the Crown and Crest, which is UK merch. Now, when I went, I've got a little story about this actually. I went with my dad for the millennium, when the millennium hit for Christmas.
Yeah.
And we went on New Year's Eve, and I was very into my Harry Potter, as you guys know. I grew up with it. And I bought the third book in what I thought was a limited edition thing. Turns out it wasn't limited edition. It was the American version. So I bought the American version from a British shop in an American theme park. And then I read it. I read the first paragraph, and it said, Harry used his flashlight, and I'm sitting there going, no, it's a torch. It's not a flashlight. But yeah, I was very disappointed, so to say, as 13-year-old me. I was very disappointed. But yeah, that's the Crown and Crest UK merch. Dare Teddy Bar, that's plush toys in the Germany Pavilion. The Fjording, that's Norway merch in the Norway Pavilion. Probably get a load of Frozen merch in there as well. Gateway Gifts, so that's all your souvenirs for the whole of World Showcase all in one place. In World Celebration, you've got, I need to try and say this without it sounding like a swear word.
Go on, try
Have you written?
No, I'll say it, yeah.
Glaskunst.
Yeah, that's fine.
You can have your Stein. You can have a personalised Stein made. In Germany, of course. Il Bel Cristallo. There's a lot of crystal art places here, actually. Crystal art in the Italy Pavilion. Imageworks, which is obviously Figment merch in World Nature. Caramel Couche. Now, this is all Werther's original stuff. Now, I love Werther's originals. There's all sweets and stuff in the Germany Pavilion. La Bottega Italiana. It's cookware.
Oh, okay.
Like saucepans and frying pans and pizza
Don't know
things.
why we go to Epcot and buy some saucepans.
Well, you never know. You never know. You never know. Might not have any in the villa. We might have to. La Princesa de Cristal, crystal art in the Mexico Pavilion. That's like more like a stall rather than a shop. Okay, we're nearly there, babe. We're doing well. La Signature, which is cosmetics, like makeup, perfume, like all French designer. Okay. Stuff like Dior and things. Stuff we can't afford. In the France Pavilion, La Tienda Encantada.
It's Encanto then.
It does look like Encanto, but I imagine that's Miracle of some description.
Yeah.
Mexico merch in the Mexico Pavilion. Marketplace in the Medina, which is Moroccan merch. Mission Space Cargo Bay, which is all your Mission Space merch.
Yeah.
And World Discovery. Now, I really wanted to go in here, but it wasn't open when we went. It's the Mitsukoshi kiosk, and that's Japanese merch. So all your Hello Kitty, all your fun sweets, all that kind of, all your anime stuff. I really, really want to go in there.
Quite weird stuff in.
It's my kind of shop, isn't it? And that's in the Japan Pavilion. Pin Traders, there's a pin trading place, and the Camera Centre, and that's a World Celebration. So if you're into your pin trading, your Disney pin trading, definitely head there. Plaza de los Amigos, which is Mexico merch again in the Mexico Pavilion. Plume et Palette, which is designer merch, so your designer handbags.
Yeah.
And your designer accessories.
Expensive stuff again.
The stuff that we can't afford, yeah. Port of Entry, which is all your World Showcase merch, again in one place. In the World Showcase, you've got the Sea Base gift shop, which is all your Nemo merch and your fish merch and stuff like that.
Yeah,
all sea life stuff. The Tea Caddy, which is all you can get some Twinings tea. So I might pop in there and get some proper tea bags.
Okay. As long as they're imported.
Yeah. But they are, because they're in the UK Pavilion.
Yeah.
Test Track Emporium, that's obviously all your Test Track merch. That's a World Discovery. Trading Post, which is Canadian merch at the Canada Pavilion. Treasures of Xandar, Guardians of the Galaxy merch. If you're a huge Guardians of the Galaxy fan, the Exit shop is incredible, isn't it? It was lovely. We didn't get to see much of it.
I don't remember
but I remember walking in there. I was like, oh my God, this is the main thing. I want to buy everything. And I'm not even that big a fan of Guardians of the Galaxy. But anyway, Village Traders, which is weirdly African-themed merch.
Oh, okay.
But there's no Africa Pavilion. But it's between Germany and China pavilions. So yeah, if you fancy some African themed merch, even though there's not an Africa pavilion, head over to Village Traders. World Traveller, which is another World Showcase merch, and that's where the Skyliner entrance is to World Showcase.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's all the shopping and merchandise options. And I think that is it.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So Epcot has got. I mean, what it lacks in rides and attractions, it makes up for in culture.
Yeah, and obviously a lot of restaurants as well.
Yeah, and I love the program that they do where they get people from those countries to actually come and work in those pavilions.
Yeah, yeah.
So when you go into each pavilion, you'll have, in Japan pavilion, you'll have Japanese people working there. If the UK pavilion, you'll have Brits working there. I just love that they do that program, and and the people from other countries get to experience the magic of Disney and working in Disney, because that would be anyone's dream, wouldn't it, really,
it
to
would
work
be,
in Disney? Like when you're young, especially when you're young and you're in uni and you want to take a gap year or whatever like that. Yeah, but so what it lacks in rides and attractions, it definitely makes up for in culture. So it's definitely a must-do park for us.
100%.
100%, you have to do it.
Why can't I go all that way and not do Epcot?
Oh yeah, no, because it's just there's so much to see and do, and yeah, so we love it. We loved it when we went. We didn't spend too long there, but Savannah was only 9 months then. She's going to be 2.5 next time.
Like 4 or 5 in the afternoon.
Yeah,
We've done a full day.
But we done a lot, didn't we? We did do a lot. But yeah, what are you looking forward to experiencing when we go back?
It's got to be the Cosmic Rewind.
Yeah. See, mine is the Journey of Water, inspired by Moana. I'm really looking forward to that.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, you can also meet Moana now. Sorry, I forgot to mention you can meet Moana by her attraction. So.
And obviously we're doing Remy's Ratatouille ride again.
Oh yeah, we're looking forward to that one again.
I do like that one.
I'm looking forward to actually being in the Food and Wine Festival. I'm probably going to feel really fat when I leave there because I'm going to want to try everything. And I will endeavour for you guys to get that Space 220 restaurant booking. Now the dining reservation thing has changed. Disney's changed it, as you well know. They're making it a lot easier to get reservations for these hard to get reservations. Yeah. So this is the only one that I want this time around. Like, I didn't get it last time and I really want it this time. But you know what? If we don't get it, I'll still have a great time anyway. And that's the way you've got to think of it when you go on these big adventures, you will have rides that are down, you will have reservations that you can't get, but don't let it ruin your holiday.
Yeah.
Look at the bigger picture. There are far more amazing things to see and do than getting a restaurant reservation or missing out on a ride.
Yeah.
It's
a lot more to do then.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So next week we are turning our attention to, and I've got to read because I've forgotten. Oh, I can't wait to talk about this one.
Oh. Animal
Kingdom. I can't wait to talk about this one. We had so much fun at Animal Kingdom, and you were a first-time goer.
Yeah, I was, yeah.
This time around. You've never been before. So that's it. Don't forget, like, share, subscribe, give us a rating on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you listen to your podcasts. Definitely join us on our YouTube channel. And if you want to buy our digital printable version of the planner, you can do that by going onto our website, which is now live at geminorlando.com. And you can purchase that there. You can also purchase loads of other merch as well. There's lots of other merch.
Yeah.
There's hoodies, there's phone cases, there's mugs, there's so much stuff, and I'm so excited about it. So yeah, join us next week, and we will see you next week. So we'll say bye for now.
Bye.
Bye. Get excited. The magic rolls around fast.